Hi guys, it's me, Skylar Capri, and today we're talking all about the Bath & Body Works Valentine's Day collection for 2026. Now we already have a bunch of spoiler images rolling in, so we're going to dive into those today, as well as really just a lot coming in general. The Everyday Luxuries collection, the Must collection, so I wanted to get this video up as early as possible so you guys can start budgeting now, because there's going to be a lot of product going into stores over the next couple of weeks. That being said, if you're returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. We do all things body care, so if that sounds like something interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's dive right on into the video. Alright you guys, I'm going to sit on this side of the screen and put some images up right here. All of the images for the new body care as well as the new candles are pulled off the Bath & Bucks Instagram account. I talk about her account all the time. It is truly one of the best Instagrams for all things Bath & Body Works spoilers. The images are always clear. She always tries to include both the front and the back of the product so you can get an idea of the packaging as well as the pricing and the scent information. And as always, her account will be directly linked in the description box down below if you'd like to give her a follow following the video. But we're going to go ahead and start with the body care, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the home care, because a lot of what we're seeing in the home care, me personally, if I was designing this collection, which I am not employed at Bath & Body Works, these are all my personal opinions, I'm not affiliated in the company in any way, shape, or form, I think we see a lot of things in the candles that honestly a lot of people would enjoy in the body care. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our first body care item. Now we're going to be able to expect, rumored to be seeing, 2 signature line fragrances as well as 1 aromatherapy. Starting with the signature line fragrance that we do already have a spoiler image for when it comes to the packaging will be Strawberry Poundcake. Now Strawberry Poundcake has come out at least the last 2 consecutive Valentine's Days. It truly is one of the most repackaged fragrances of all time. We have seen this come out for winter, as we did in the minis, the mini fine fragrance mist and the mini body cream this past holiday season in 2025, alongside things like warm butter cookie, snowy peach berry, and I think cinnamon spice delight. We've also seen this in fall collections. It came out in the fall bakery collection with things like the blueberry bundt cake, and years prior we saw it come out with things like coconut candy apple and blueberry maple pancakes. We have seen Strawberry Poundcake really be released several times, and they've also been doing it for the Valentine's Day collection, as I mentioned. So if you really enjoy this fragrance, I think you're going to be excited about it. If this is one that you continuously skip over, it kind of makes it a little bit disappointing, because then you're limited to just 1 signature fragrance or 2 fragrances, including aromatherapy. But Strawberry Poundcake, if you're unfamiliar, has notes of fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and whipped cream. This is one that I always pass on the body care, but I do enjoy it in the home fragrance. There's something in the golden shortcake note when it comes to the body care that it just goes off way too artificial on me. Unfortunately, it does not have the same properties as the vanilla cake fragrance in the Bath & Body Works X Milk Bar birthday cake collaboration. That cake is a true authentic cake fragrance. It's gourmand, it has that frosting feel and the really sweet, nice cakey-ness to it. Unfortunately, that's just not achieved in the Bath & Body Works Strawberry Poundcake for me in the body care. However, I do enjoy it in the candle. Now, when it comes to packaging on this, I am pleasantly surprised by the packaging. I think the Valentine's Day packaging over the last 2 years has kind of been hit or miss. I didn't really like it too much in 2024 when it was really, I think it was like really neon colors with black outlines. I just thought it was a bit too aggressive for Valentine's Day. And last year, they really went into this more like cartoony space. I thought it was cute initially, but the more I saw it and the amount that I saw at semi-annual sale indicated that it was either the fragrance or the packaging that just really wasn't resonating with consumers. This packaging, however, I think it's cute. I think it's very nostalgic. I like that they're doing blue with Strawberry Poundcake. Usually it's always just the red and the pink, so I feel like the blue is a nice touch, especially when you're looking at the new Violets Are Blue candle as well. The entire collection is looking more cohesive than what we've seen in years past, but overall I think it looks great. It looks like this is almost like cut out on the body wash as well as the body lotion. The light pink mixed with this almost like 50s feel to it. It's a very nostalgic feel. I think looks great, and I think a lot of people are going to be super interested in this one. Now, the next fragrance, if maybe Strawberry Poundcake is not for you, is going to be another bring back, and that is going to be Sweetheart Cherry. Now, Sweetheart Cherry, I want to say this one debuted in 2024, around the same time as Calypso Clementine, but this one did come out with Strawberry Poundcake for a Valentine's Day release. Now, this one, if you're unfamiliar, has notes of wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla, and sort of similar to what we see in Strawberry Poundcake, we sort of see in this fragrance as well. There is something in that wild cherry that's a very artificial artificial cherry to me, and not artificial in like a grenadine, Shirley Temple kind of way, artificial in more of this medicinal vibe. Some people get very much a cherry medicine when it comes to Sweetheart Cherry, and they won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Other people, it is their absolute favorite fragrance. This is one that they look for every single year, like you would with Vanilla Bean Noel or Vampire Blood or Firecracker Pop in the other seasons. This one is really starting to cement itself as a staple in the Valentine's Day collection. For me personally, it just does lean more of that cherry medicinal route, so unfortunately this is something I typically pass in the body care. I'm always willing to give it a smell, but unfortunately if you're someone that doesn't like fruity fragrances, so Strawberry Pound Cake won't work for you and Sweetheart Cherry is just not your cup of tea, you are extremely limited in what you can buy that's Valentine's Day specific as part of the body care range. Now the last fragrance we have is going to be an aromatherapy fragrance, and this is one we saw last year as well. So 3 out of 3 fragrances are coming back from last year. I don't have any news on anything new that is coming, but this one, if you're unfamiliar, it is the Inspire Love aromatherapy, which comes in this really pretty pink packaging. I think this is super seasonally and the holiday appropriate as far as aromatherapy packaging goes. I do think that this looks nice and I enjoy that really light baby pink color. This one, if you're unfamiliar, is rose and vanilla and includes rose essential oil as well as vanilla absolute. To me, this is a very, very light fragrance. So maybe if the Sweetheart Cherry and the Strawberry Pound Cake are super overwhelming for you, but you're sick of maybe getting Japanese cherry blossom or maybe the milk fragrance or just other aromatherapy fragrances, I do think this is nice. For me personally, this does smell very clean of rose and then just has the slightest hint of vanilla. I would not say that this is a balanced fragrance between the rose and vanilla. I would say the rose is definitely the dominating fragrance, what I smell the most, and then the vanilla is sort of just in the background. So I do think this is a nice fragrance. Is it anything special that if you already have a rose fragrance in your collection, would I recommend you go out and buy this one? Absolutely not. I don't recommend that you go out and overbuy anything, honestly. I just want to give you guys information so you guys can decide for yourself what sounds good and what doesn't. This one is not super special in my opinion. If you're interested in a true rose fragrance from Bath & Body Works, I would steer you in the direction of the actual rose as part of the signature line. I believe that one is getting repackaged and we did an entire video on that one, so definitely, if you want something true rose, go for that. But if you're looking for just the aromatherapy, I do think this one is pretty competitive amongst the other aromatherapy options for Valentine's Day. Now, I usually don't dive too much into the home fragrance, but I wanted to specifically talk about some of the things we're seeing because for me personally, this Valentine's Day collection is really lacking. And I think it's really lacking because you are in a great position if you love Strawberry Pound Cake, you love Sweetheart Cherry, and you might love the aromatherapy. However, if you did not pick up or purchase Strawberry Pound Cake or the Sweetheart Cherry in the past, or you have picked up Strawberry Pound Cake over the years and as it's been repackaged, you've bought maybe 1 or 2, there is not going to be anything in this collection of interest to you, especially for people like me that both of these fragrances either go medicinal or too artificial. Really, there's nothing that's going to pull me in terms of the Valentine's Day line for the body care. Now, what I would have done if I was on the body care team, I would have still brought back those 2 fragrances, Strawberry Pound Cake and Sweetheart Cherry, because that's what people have come to expect. What I would have also done though, I would have looked in some of the years prior and I would have brought back Chocolate Covered Cherry. I also would have brought back Black Cherry Merlot as sort of a wine fragrance, which is something that we're seeing in their candle collection. So in their candle collection, the one that I have pulled up right now, this image is also from the Backs and Bucks Instagram account. We're seeing 4 fragrances. Mahogany Teakwood we've seen before. The other 3 I don't believe we've seen before. And the 2 that are of super interest to me that I would have loved to see in body care, and I think a lot of people would have loved to see in body care, is the Chocolate Covered Berries, which has scent notes of rich milk chocolate, sweet berries, and white chocolate drizzle, as well as the Wine Cellar, which has notes of mulled apples, fresh fig, and cedarwood. I think these are going to be really driving a lot of people into the store from the candle perspective. I think we could have very easily gotten this vibe by bringing back Chocolate Covered Cherry from the bakeries line we saw for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago, bringing back Black Cherry Merlot. I believe the last time we saw that was fall of 2023, and so many people enjoyed that fragrance. I've been asking for it back. And then the last thing I would have done as part of this 5-piece Valentine's Day collection, I would have done a new and updated floral. So the Skylar Bath & Body Works Valentine's Day range for 2026 would have included strawberry pound cake and sweetheart cherry, because those are becoming really your Vanilla Bean Noel and winter candy apple of the Valentine's Day collection. I would have done 2 bringbacks. I would have done black cherry, or repackages, refreshes, or throwbacks. That's what I was looking for, throwbacks. I would have done chocolate covered cherry as well as black cherry merlot. And then I would have done a new floral gardenia fragrance. You guys know I absolutely love gardenia, however you want to say it. It is one of my favorite fragrances, and I would have named it Loves Me, Loves Me Not, and done this really pretty floral design. So then you have your floral, you have your wine, you have your chocolate covered fruit, you have your fruity gourmand, and then you have sweetheart cherry, which is just a bit more of a wearable fruity fragrance if you don't want anything gourmand or foodie. I think that would have been a super balanced collection. It would have pulled on fragrances they've already developed in the past, fragrances that people are wanting to see back, and it would have given more visual interest, so that if you were one of those people where you're not super into strawberry pound cake or sweetheart cherry and you've skipped out the last 2 years, there still would be something from a body care perspective to get you in the store. But that's just how I would have done it. Now, this collection, I am interested to see the success of this, because we had so many of the Inspire Love fragrance as well as strawberry pound cake sitting on the shelves and tables when it came to the summer semi-annual sale. And usually my summer semi-annual sale is basically just their bringbacks or throwback fragrances as well as leftover tropical. I'm usually not seeing stuff from the Valentine's Day collection. I mean, the Forever Sweet collaboration, you could not find that anywhere immediately after Valentine's Day. There was no chance you were getting your hands on that in my store. Strawberry pound cake though, honestly, I was seeing strawberry pound cake even past summer SAS. So I'm not sure if the popularity of that one is just different in my store and it sells nationally really, really well. I just don't have the numbers on that. But when I'm looking at this collection, there's just not enough interest if you're not a fan of those 2 fragrances to get you into the store or interested, because these are 2 fragrances that we've seen year in and year out. It's getting a little boring. So those are just my personal opinions. If you absolutely love these 2 fragrances, Valentine's Day is your favorite time of the year at Bath & Body Works, I'm so excited that you'll be able to pick them up. For those of us who want a little bit more interest, that's exactly what I would have done, and I would love to see them kind of refresh and retransform the Valentine's Day collection in the future. Now, the Valentine's Day collection for this year, I really hope it does not indicate what we can expect for Easter. Easter last year, I believe, was just such a letdown. They really didn't release any body care. They didn't do anything super big for Mother's Day either, or St. Patrick's Day. I believe they just had the one candle. And all 3 of those holidays, I feel like they could do something super unique with the body care, and that's what a lot of people would like to see. New but targeted body care that makes sense, is well thought out, and maybe even seasonally relevant. I personally, that's something I would love to see. But you guys, that really wraps up the Valentine's Day collection spoilers for 2026 as we know it. Please let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this collection. Are you super excited? I've seen some comments saying about sweetheart cherry, so I know a lot of people are excited about that. Is this something that's just super boring? It's an easy pass for you. No way this is going to get you to break your no buy. Let me know in the comments down below as always, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!